Very, very good afternoon, friends. At the outset, I welcome each and every one of you for this wonderful program, Sunday special program on first of its kind. We are trying to do this program on full-time online degree courses. The dawn of new era. It has been named as the dawn of new era. As per the new UGC online courses or programs regulations. First of its kind, and this development has been happening right from 2016 onwards in our country. And post this COVID-19 pandemic, we are seeing a lot of developments with respect to online courses, and today's program is exclusively addressing on this particular aspect only. We have got innumerable number of responses for this particular program. So originally we thought of having this program in Zoho platform, and post knowing the responses, we have actually shifted to a YouTube webcast, and one by one we are getting the responses and people are actually joining. And let me directly start this particular program by screen sharing. Good. Once again, I welcome each and every one of you for this very special program, the dawn of new era. Full-time online degree courses, which is coming under the UGC online courses or programs regulations 2018. This is a special webcast. We have we are trying to make this for the first time, identifying the need of a post-COVID-19 pandemic on the mushrooming need and the development of online degree courses, especially the need for online degree courses in this present environment. Before I take you into this particular topic, I want to share with you one very important statistics, guys. This is the UGC statistics as of 1st February 2020. There are 935 universities across this country, only universities. 50 are central universities, 409 state universities, 127 deemed universities, 349 private universities. And apart from that, under these universities, under UGC, you have these universities. Under these universities, you have these colleges, 37,204 colleges, 11,443 standalone institutions in India, as per the latest statistics from UGC. And I want to share with you two links. I have given this link here. One is the consolidated list of universities. It's in PDF format. And another red color link I have given. You'll be surprised. There are fake universities are also there in our country. And some list has been identified by UGC. Please go and find out what are those fake universities. You'll be actually being surprised. Some of these are very popular. I don't want to name them. All this started, this online online craze actually started in 2016 itself, when UGC brought a very unique concept called SWAYAM. And actually SWAYAM is not a word, it is actually an acronym. It is Study Web of Active Learning by Young and Aspiring Minds. This is the first step. I will call it as a baby step. We are in 2020, and in 19 July 2016, this particular regulation was brought by UGC. There's a credit framework. Now, what do you mean by this credit framework? They have introduced 1,600 plus courses on SWAYAM platform. I repeat, on SWAYAM platform. And this SWAYAM platform, they are offering in credit and non-credit courses. I was quite surprised when this word credit and non-credit courses are there. Why? Please go into this particular regulation. It's hardly 4 pages. It's hardly 4 pages. And I'll just refer you to only one regulation 6. Regulation 6 speaks about the credit mobility. Look at the word credit mobility of MOOC. Now, what do you mean by this MOOC? MOOC is actually defined in para 3.6 of the same regulation. It means it is online course that are developed as per pedagogy state herein. There is a 4-quadrant approach, and the same 4-quadrant approach has also been brought in this UGC online courses or program regulation 2018. And I must make one point very clear, guys. Madam Sitaraman on 1st of February 2020, in her speech, budget speech, has announced 99,300 crore funding allocated exclusively for full-time online degree courses. I repeat, full-time online degree courses. Please look at full-fledged degree level online education will facilitate quality education to students, to the deprived sections of the society. And all these, whatever the statistics which was mentioned, from these, 100 will be selected. The 100 best institutions will be selected, and they only will be eligible to offer the online courses. And as of today, out of this 100 top institutions, 7 has been already been identified, and they have been given for the year 1920 to offer degree diploma. For 2021, the list is yet to be announced. So I was actually very keen to actually find out whether the number 7 has gone up. I was very keen, and the list is not yet announced. Please look at the 7 institutions out of this top 100. Top 100. What is this? One in Noida, Delhi, Amity University. Another is in Mysuru, in Karnataka, JSS Academy of Higher Education Research. And in Karnataka, one more has been given. 2 in Karnataka, Manipal Academy of Higher Education. And in Pune, Maharashtra, Bharati Vidyapeeth. And in Tamil Nadu, Tanjavur, Shanmuga Arts, Science, Technology and Research Academy. It's a very short called as Shastra. And one more in Pune. So Maharashtra 2, Karnataka 2, Delhi 1, and Tamil Nadu 1. So in Pune, once again, Patil Vidyapeeth, Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth. So these are the 7 institutions as of now. And one more is IGNOU in Delhi. So in Delhi, we can take 2, and Pune 2, Karnataka 2, Tanjavur, that is Tamil Nadu 1. That is the total spread of this 7 institution, guys. And the 7 is going to become, I repeat, 7 is going to become 100. Maybe this year, 2020 is going to be a very, very important year. And you will understand why this has happened. The first step in online education happened in 2016 because of introduction of SWAYAM. 19th July is the date, guys. And I don't know why July is always a very special month. 19th July is the credit framework for online learning courses through SWAYAM they have introduced. And in 2018 July, please look at this. 2018 4th July, again, another regulation was brought for online courses, and that is online courses are program by UGC notification number 4th of July 2018. And from under this particular regulation only, this 9 institutions, I mean 7 institutions has been offered to do the online courses, full-time online courses. And I'm going to actually place my points here that the year to come, the decade to come is definitely going to be a year of change. Why? Because there used to be time, maybe when I was a student, and many of you are when you were students, because many of the participants here are from various parts of the country. And I must acknowledge that not only from Tamil Nadu, we have participants from Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and even Delhi, from northeast states, and also West Bengal, and also Rajasthan, Gujarat. From various parts of the country, we have participants here, and the registrations have made in such a way that the participation is equal spread across the country. And I'll be focusing on only one aspect in today's program, that this change is going to actually pave way for a lot of developments. Number one, the academic fraternity, teaching fraternity. Teaching fraternity are in such a scenario today that what was the scene when they were a student, what was the scenario when they were a teacher, and we are now in a transition period. And in this transition period, online courses are coming. And one very important thing which this particular 2016 credit framework for online learning courses through SWAYAM is they introduced this, the Ministry of HRD, they introduced this 1,600 plus courses, and 92 universities out of this list of 935 universities, they have come forward to accept the credit transfer. Meaning, if you do a diploma there, if you do a diploma, you do a certificate course there will be a credit transfer. Meaning, some of the subjects you need not actually study, or you need not actually give examination in those universities. So 92 universities have come forward, and still these many universities have to come forward. And believe me guys, all these universities will come in sync because the craze and the need and the necessity for students to choose online degree courses has come now. It was only an option, and it was the last option. Okay, I have not got a seat in that college. I have not got an offer in this particular. Let me at least study. Let me at least study in online. The scene will actually change where I have to study only in online, because the kind of regulation under this online courses or program regulation 2018 is so strict and so structured, and I'm going to only focus on these aspects. We have actually 45 minutes to deliberate. I will have the last 10 minutes for question and answers. I repeat guys, I'll have the last 10 minutes for question and answers, and at that time you can put forth your questions, what I'll be dealing with. Now, let me now go to the requirement one by one, guys. So this is the first requirement. They say that under the regulation 3.0, they make it a point that ICT must be there as part of the curriculum. What do you mean by ICT? The information communication technology. And for an online course, resources is very important. Not only the resources means the academic resources, but also the technology resources. So that is why ICT means everything connected with technology, information communication technology, the devices. Maybe today I'm connecting with all of you using a laptop, maybe using a connectivity and using some software. So these are all tools, devices, content. I'm using some PowerPoint or PDF. Resources, maybe the information, the forum, maybe I'm using a forum to connect with, maybe the academic forums I'm connecting with, that can be converted into or delivered through digital forms, which can be deployed for realizing the goals of teaching, learning, enhancing access to and reach of resources, building capacities, as well as management of education system. This is very important, guys. This regulation 3.0. So this is a fundamental. I will say 3.0 is fundamental. And this is the approach. They are making it very clear. And this approach is being made in regulation 723. I repeat, in regulation 723 of UGC online courses or program regulation. Also, this 4-quadrant approach is being made in 2016 regulation itself. That is SWAYAM regulation. That is UGC credit framework for online learning courses through SWAYAM regulation 2016. So SWAYAM regulation also, this 4-quadrant approach they have brought, and online courses or program also they have brought this 4-quadrant approach. If you look at this 4-quadrant approach, it's quite interesting. One is e-tutorial. What do you mean by this? You need an audio and video content, animation, simulation, virtual lab. What is virtual lab? For example, teaching a software, using a software and then explaining to them the various aspects in a software. That's a virtual lab. Or I will be demonstrating through the video or through that webcam facility, and maybe they can note it down and they can try on their own. Especially that is possible whenever a case study is done, a software is taught, or example, some method of learning or method of approach will be demonstrated. So that is a virtual lab. Simulation, animation, video and audio content. There are two types of video and audio content. One is an online video and audio content, which is real time. So what we are doing is a live program. And in this YouTube, what do you call it as webcast, this audio and video content is now, which is in live, will also be available post this live from 12 to 1 it is also available offline. Otherwise, what we call this online, it will be available, but we may not be live. So it is recorded version also will be available. So recorded audio and video content, online audio and video content, both. Sometimes online video content, if it is not recorded, it is only live class only. So another part is live class recorded can also be taken from the archive. So that is quadrant 1. And look at quadrant 2. It is not only with respect to audio and video content. Sometimes there will be notes. There will be PDF cases, PDF material. So all these portable document format materials, ebooks. So slowly the concept of bookshop, going to a bookshop, buying a books in those golden days. It was a very golden days actually. We'll go the moment the school is open, we'll go to the bookshop and buy books. Today it is not so. Bookshops have now become a thing of past. We actually buy books only online, and maybe very rarely, a few books, only 1 or 2 books. People go to bookstore and actually buy. So almost all these books are now available, and there are one more step people go. There are students, what they do is some of the books are very important and very costly, and it is very important for examination. They scan it. There are a lot of hand scanner tools are there. They scan the books, convert into a ebook, which is unlicensed. I repeat, unlicensed, no copyright, but they have the right to copy, and then they convert into a PDF and they share just like that in all the medium, whether it is Telegram or WhatsApp or email, whatever it is, they try to share. So PDF, ebooks, illustration, video demonstrations, documents, interactive simulations, wherever required. So number 1 is e-tutorial, number 2 is e-content. Now for all these two, for example, for development of e-content, you need an academic support. For delivery of e-tutorial, you need academic support. Web resources, there and all the informations are there. You give links, and especially any paper presentation. The paper will be based on various references. So that references will be given normally in any paper that is submitted. Similarly, the web resources, and I have given 2 web resources here, guys. So one is with respect to the list of consolidated universities of 935 universities, which is there in UGC, and the list of fake universities. Please go click this and find out which are all the fake universities. These are all the link I have given. Otherwise called the web resources, the related links. Open content on internet. There will be very many contents which is available free, open source softwares, open source material, case studies, development of the subject, articles, everything is available. So that is the quadrant 3. And without this 4 quadrant approach, the recognition will not be given for that particular college or universities. Quadrant 4 is self-assessment, and there should be a module. Look at this, guys: MCQs, problems, quizzes, assignment, solution. Now this is the place where you have a lot of interesting aspect. Whether this assignment you will give, they will write it, send it through again courier, how you will solve it, how you will actually evaluate it. All this is actually an interesting aspect. So MCQ is the model where you have the MCQ, the multiple choice question will come, you have to select. All the international models, international self-assessment models are all MCQs only. Quiz. So where questions will be asked, you can type either yes, no, A, B, or you will give an answer that will actually be evaluated. Maybe you cannot give answer more than a word or a sentence or 2 sentences, maybe 1 or 2 lines. Assignments and solution. This is a place where whether you have to go back to the old method or new method. Today, assignments and solutions can be brought out. There are part written, part technology approaches there. What is it? The assignment will be given. The student will actually write the assignment. He will actually scan the assignment and upload it. And online, they will tick it and using the red pen or whatever the pen. Online itself, they will tick it and give the marks. Online, they will send it. So this is a combination of both the offline and an online model. Okay, but entire assignment and solution, can it be brought online, is an interesting mode where it can be brought. It can definitely be brought where people will actually type the solutions or type the points. But here there is one one challenge is there. People will actually Google it, copy and paste it. This copy paste, they may copy it, they can paste it elsewhere, but paste facility should not be made available in that portal. So that is one kind of approach that can be adopted. So where the candidate has to sit and type, where for example, it can be a 400-word assignment, 200-word assignment, 100-word assignment, 50-word assignment. So all these combinations can be taught. This is the place where the teachers have to actually put their thought process. The faculties have to put their thought process. And this 4 quadrant they have given, approaches they have to come. Evolution is happening. And discussion forums, topic and setting of FAQs, clarification of general misconceptions. All this forms part of the approach. This is 4 quadrant approach. Now, I want to make one point very clear to all of you. This is the eligibility criteria for higher education institution. Now, I want to make one point very clear, guys. This course, this UGC online courses or program regulation 2018 is only applicable for the higher education institution, an eligible higher education institution. Only higher education institution, only they have presently brought this online courses or programs. Is it possible to bring this to the school level education or up to the school final level education? Already the examination part alone only it is offline, but the majority of the schools have started teaching the entire portions online, and you have various courses, online courses are available. Popular private sectors have come forward and they have launched the courses up to the 12th standard. So already this is a very big a business. I will say a billion, $1 billion industry business is this online course, which has been already tested and testified with respect to and they say one of the very popular site, they say he is the youngest billionaire with respect to that online courses, which is very popular for the 1st standard to 12th standard courses. They even have courses for even LKG, UKG sections also. So that is the level at which the online courses have now become part and parcel of the younger generation. And the higher education institution, you have more responsibilities. That is why they have brought this, the 4 quadrant approach, and look at the eligibility criteria. The approval of the statutory bodies under its act governing the higher education institution for offering the course or program in online mode. How? First, access to SWAYAM must be there. So through SWAYAM only, the entire online courses will be offered. That is number 1. Or it can also be offered non-SWAYAM also, provided they should have a very similar platform which can offer the entire online courses with respect to this 4 quadrant approach, giving the e-tutorial, e-content. Either the 100 institution should join the bandwagon of SWAYAM, and through SWAYAM platform, the delivery will be made effective, or they should have their own platform. Please look at this one. This is regulation 7.2, which says the online course or program offered under these regulation shall conform to the following conditions. What are they? They will actually delivery only shall be through SWAYAM portal. Look at the red color. Shall be through only the SWAYAM portal. Second, commission means University Grants Commission, UGC. May also allow any other learning platform after the same is approved by the expert committee after due verification. So there can also be a similar platform. And today there are many institutions, what you call it as a private universities. And how many private universities are there? We already know that number. We have already 349 private universities. There are many private universities, deemed universities, 127, 349. They have already come out with their own platforms with respect to this 4 quadrant approach. So I need not mention the name of those things. This 4 quadrant approach, they have already brought it, like e-tutorial, e-content, web resources, self-assessment, and it is developing. And this is one place where they have made it very clear that Regulation 7, the institution which were given recognition by the Commission. Of course, Regulation 4 is the eligibility criteria. And one of the important eligibility criteria is, please look at this 4. Very important criteria, guys. Learner authentication, learner registration, payment gateway, LMS. All these 4 should be there. They should have access to SWAYAM, number 1. And what the 7.2 says, it shall be delivered through SWAYAM or any other learning platform approved by the expert committee. But please look at the next provided further. The content, design, course shall have to be developed by the in-house faculty as developed. So there will be a lot of work today. It is there in the next coming years. Maybe if your institution, your university, your college has been selected as one among the 100 institution has been. Now please look at this. When they will be selected one among 100, they should have an existence for at least 5 years. Many of the colleges are in existence for more than 5 years. Second, the NAC should have a minimum score of 3.26 on a 4-point scale. So I'm sure many are having even 3.5, 3.3, 3.4, 3.6. Many are having that. So they are eligible and should be in the top 100. Please look at all these 3 conditions. Look at these 3 conditions. See, any higher education institution which fulfills the following condition may apply for offering online course or program, namely, fulfills the following conditions. So, 1, 2, 3, Regulation 4.1, subclass 1, 2, 3 should have been in existence for 5 years, should be accredited to NAC, should be in the top 100 in the overall category in the NIR for at least 2 years during the previous 3 years. 2 out of 3, they should be they should be top 100. So these 3 criteria, if it is there, they can apply. But again, please look at Regulation 443. They should have access to SWAYAM. That means high-speed connectivity. Number 2, their server, because through their servers, the students have to connect to their servers, and their server has to be connected to SWAYAM. It is not directly; it will be connected to SWAYAM. So therefore, it is a very interesting. So technology is also involved. And look at the learner authentication, integrated with Aadhaar or other government recognized identity for Indian students and passport for foreign students. So passport, so that means these online courses will not only attract the talent and length and breadth in all corners of the country. Students will be attracted towards these online courses. Not only them, even the foreign students. The moment quality is best, the moment teachers are best, the moment out of this 4-quadrant e-tutorial is best, the e-content is best. I am confident that even the foreign students will actually enroll for online courses, and the proportion will actually swell. And slowly, you will look at this statistics, guys. You will actually be surprised. Look at the statistics. This is one statistic I want to actually share with all of you. Look at this, guys. There are 39 lakh learners have been enrolled for this 1,600 plus courses. Okay, and 60,000 persons have completed this course. They're ready for credit transfers. And please look at this. Who are this 39 lakh learners? They are students, teachers, professionals, senior citizens, housewives. They have registered for SWAYAM. And under SWAYAM are 25 lakhs people have registered. And current academic year, that means when I took this number from, it was for the year 1920. It was for the year 1920. 2021, the things are actually been happening. So these are all the reported from Ministry of HRD. These are the data which I have actually collated and I'm sharing it with you. Good. Now please look at these 4 quadrants. Please look at the applicability of. So it is not only the learner authentication. So anybody who wants to actually log in, so they need to have the particular approved institution. Either through them, it should be, please look at this, through a web application with supporting documents, web application. So there should be a portal. They have to log in, because only when they log in, they can take the attendance, how many hours they have done it. So directly if they go to SWAYAM, so through their portal, it will take them to SWAYAM, because it is their students. They have to take attendance. They have to maintain that. Payment gateway. So because they have to collect the fees. So payment gateway, learner registration, learner authentication, because without that Aadhaar, all this is possible. Because for example, today it will be given to some of your friends. These are all the things which the teachers have to actually, the academic fraternity, the professors, many people are forming part of this forum today. The fraternity have to understand one thing. Authentication is one. Today's student, whether the student is only logging in or on his behalf somebody else is logging in. So Aadhaar number, and of course there will be a webcam, and the webcam actually has to capture his photographs or video. So every time when he actually logs in using his Aadhaar, using his fingerprint. So I think one more concept which they have to bring in is fingerprint. But the fingerprint recognition, normal in laptop, it will not be there. So nowadays the fingerprint type laptops are coming slowly. It has been coming, and maybe from his machine itself the fingerprint can be taken, but a lot of security issues are there. Or the only method is, even if he enters the Aadhaar, the webcam actually should capture his photographs. Learner registration. So through their portal, so the student, the what do you call it as the UGC online recognized course, recognized institution portal, through that it will go to SWIME. Or if they themselves have a self-developed portal which has been approved, directly they can log into that particular portal and the learning process can start. Payment gateway, LMS. And this LMS is nothing but your that core quadrant, e-tutorial, e-content, web resources, and self-assessment. All put together, we can call it as LMS, which tracks the delivery of a course, program, learner engagement, assessment, results, reporting, supported by analytical tools. See, today, people will just log in and they will put the attendance. So is that attendance is sufficient? No, it is something beyond that. So there should be a webcam that should be on, and people should not switch off their webcam. And even some of the students have become much more advanced. They take a photographs, and that photograph they keep it in front before the webcam, and of course it will not shake at all. Or a video, they will actually put it in front. All these nonsense technology development, people will actually think. So there should be some interactive mode. So that is with this ICT. They call it. They use a word. Please look at this very interesting term, which they look at this regulation 2.1. I want all to watch this term. These regulations, they are minimum standards. Whatever these regulations they speak, this is not the mandatory maximum standards. These are the minimum standards. This is not the maximum. This is the minimum standards. So much more you can add of instruction for the grant of certificate, diploma, or degree through online mode. And the days are not far off where when the content and quality of online education is much better than the direct education through going to a college, naturally the flock of students will be more here than there. And the enrollment or the attendance or the admission with respect to the regular college will slowly dwindle because the content quality is much better here. So that is one more aspect which there is a what do you call it as the balance. Whether the balance, what is the balance they have to keep, whether fully online or no, part online, part offline. So there will be two types of students doing the same stream of degree, same stream of diploma, same stream of certificate. So we'll have a stream of what we call it as a regular stream. We'll have a stream called online stream. So online stream BCom courses, online stream regular stream. So regular will be, that means they will be coming to college. And again, you will have the day scholar, you have the hostelites. So different modes are there. Here, online, they wherever they are, it doesn't matter. So only the timing matters. And second, in online, you can have multiple timings. You can give a morning slot, you can give an afternoon slot, you can give an evening slot. So the numbers will be slowly swelling. And the level of the quality and the content will actually attract more number of students from remotest corner of the country. So that is where this is, and through online mode, delivered through interactive technology. That is what all of you must make it. It is not what you call a broadcast. For example, we used to have the olden days in Doordarshan. In Doordarshan, we used to have these kind of courses that will be delivered. It's broadcast. Anybody can actually switch it on. They can watch that way. They can watch the program, but it is only one-way communication. There is no two-way. This two-way only makes this regulation effective, interactive. People have to answer. So there will be questions you have to answer. Now this entire program, we have a number of people here, and you have to actually. I will give you one. I will give you a link also. You please you have to go to that particular link, and you have to fill up the questions. Not now, but actually one day later. From today means you have 24 hours. The link will be shared with you. This will be a Google link will be shared with you. That Google link, those who have registered in the Zoho platform, for all of them, the link will be shared. Please go to that particular link and fill up those Google form, and the participation certificate will be granted to all of you, those who are forming part of today's program. So that is number one, guys. And interactive technology is what I was referring to. We have the last 10 minutes to 15 minutes. After that, I'll come to your questions. Now, this is the operations part of it. And I want you to actually refer to this regulation. This is regulation number 373. The HEI may evolve the curricular aspects, assessment criteria, credit framework for award of degree or diploma adopting the following environment. So these are all, they may evolve. Please look at these 7 points, the 9th, 10th and 11th point. And please look at the 7.4, 7.5. And I want you to please refer to the 7.4 and 7.5, the regulation 7.4. Learners' requirement for enrollment to online courses. Learners to be enrolled for online courses shall be acquainted with the requisite information or literacy skills. For it, there shall be a helpline for technical assistance throughout the semester. Now I logged in, I am not able to getting, the audio is not coming, the video is not coming, the the blank is there, black color is there. So all these kinds of technological inputs will be there. They will have a very, very low connectivity, but they will try to connect. So what is the helpline that should be required? So that should be there, which should be a 24/7 helpline. Learner authentication requirement. This is very important, which I mentioned it to you. The HEI shall exercise proper learner authentication practice to ensure the academic integrity at the time of enrollment, and all assessment for examination shall be required to provide Aadhaar. 130 crore population, guys. 130 crore population. 122 crore population has already been issued Aadhaar. So therefore, Aadhaar I don't have, so nothing like that. If you don't have an Aadhaar, you have to get the Aadhaar and then only you have to enroll. So Aadhaar is mandatory. That is for the citizens of India. Or passport number as applicable. As why it is applicable? So it is applicable for the foreign students. And verify their credentials. So that is most important. Number one. And number two, there should be a helpline. And please look at this. These are all some of the minimum most criteria, and you will understand how teachers, professors, assistant professors, associate professors, principals, what and all you have to actually think. What was done in the past, what will be done in the future. Please look at the course content for each course shall be clearly defined, having each module or e-content delivered online in a structured format. So in the past, directly the teacher will walk into the classroom. Okay, take 5th chapter today. We'll finish 5th chapter. So that comfort was there, but now that comfort gone. So you have to structure it. So go to the lesson number 1, then go to lesson number 2, then go to lesson number 3. So finish this. Finish the question and answers. Get the feedback. Then go to lesson. So all this structuring is where you need to be. Should the structure be rigid? Should the structure be with an option? So all this, that is why they use a word called may. The HEI may evolve the curriculum aspects. So this is the place where the respective institution are at will, free will to actually design. So the best practice have to be actually evolved. And you are the transitional, I will say the teachers, the academic faculties who has to actually imbibe the experience, what you have got it over a period of time, to convert it to an online mode. So therefore, it is actually a very different experience, unique experience. So first time, maybe we have not gone through that online mode. But I personally feel that each and every teacher, each and every faculty, each and every professor, assistant professor, associate professor, all doctorates, you need to undergo 1 or 2 or 3, 4, 5 online courses offered by SWAYAM, online courses offered by international institutions. Understand how the process has been happening. As a student, if we go through this, we'll understand. Not that we are not learned, but we have to understand how this process happens and how it can be indigenized. The best practices, how it can be indigenized, how it can be imbibed and brought it as part of our curriculum. So that is why may you all, okay, very important. The courses or program architecture shall permit the online teacher or instructor to add multimedia, enrich and interactive content, activities, assessment to extend learning opportunities and shall be easy to navigate. These are all evolving areas. And that is why a lot of trainings are happening for our teaching fraternity left and right, but that may not be sufficient. That may not be sufficient. Lot of reading, lot of experiences has to happen. And I believe only when the teaching fraternity, they themselves become a student, enroll online to many of the SWAYAM courses which has been offered and complete either 1 month or 6 month courses, you will know how these courses, the entire learning management system, how it has been done. We have not, I have not undergone any online courses, but today, especially the past 3 months, 4 months, I have also been doing a lot of online courses and I have been learning a lot. So all these years, what I have learned, the recent 3 months, 6 months, what my learning is completely different. A certificate course shall be for a minimum of 6 months. A diploma course will be minimum of 1 year. The credit and minimum duration of degree or program offered online shall be the same as specified by the UGC and the CBCS, choice-based credit system. I need not explain all this. All of you know what it is. The maximum duration for completing the online course shall be double the minimum duration. Please look at this of the course as laid down by the commission from time to time, because this is a very interesting one. So sometimes people will actually finish the course, but that means online course, but they will not write the examination. They'll defer the exam. They'll defer the online test. They'll defer the online submission of assignment. They'll defer the online submission of case studies. All they will defer. So there you must give the time limit. And I'm sure maybe the first set of batch of students will actually ask for more time. Sir, madam, they will send request that we have not, and maybe even if they have not sent a request, the compliance out of 100 students, compliance will be only for 10 or 20 students. That is the place where the teachers have to actually innovate and bring out with, okay, those who submit, they'll be given a little, maybe 2% extra, 5% extra credit. Whatever marks they have got for early submission, there will be a credit extra. So some we have to actually think of some mechanism, some credit mechanism we have to think, some method whereby to encourage the students, those who are enrolling, to actually submit it on time. This will be a very big challenge in India. It is going to be a very, very big challenge. People will enroll. We already seen from this SWAYAM itself. Please look at the numbers. 39 lakh learners have been enrolled. We'll say 40 lakhs. Out of 40, only 60,000 is completed. Now, what is the percentage? Okay, the percentage is 60 divided by 40 lakhs. Okay, so it is only 1.5%. Very, very pathetic. Very pathetic. So that means out of 100 students, only 2 have completed the course. 98 have not completed. It is actually a very, very sharam ki baat hai. Okay, in Hindi, if I tell you, okay, that means it's not a point to actually being proud enough. It's actually very not a good sign. So this is a place. So all these regulations will come, but the interesting aspect is how we actually make it happen. So this is that point. So the HEI may decide the number of credit for an online course or programs at, and maybe unlike a COVID-19 pandemic environment, up to 9th all pass, like that and all we can't say. So those who are enrolled all pass, we can't say like that. So we need to actually come out with some criteria. So that is where our academic fraternity have to think, because this is the place where UGC also have actually left it. Okay, we'll bring only regulation. We don't know how to implement it. Okay, good. The academic session shall begin all those stuff and all. I think all of you are comfortable with. But I want you to actually refer to this 9th and 10th point, the 3, 9 and 10. The availability of assessment mechanism for each course in online shall have a precise assessment mechanism at each level for both continuous formative and summative assessment. So this assessment test, can it be taken anytime? For example, morning from 10 o'clock to evening 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, or can it be taken anytime 24/7? Or is it any time slots you give only at that particular time slot you must take the assessment? All this is there. And I want to make one more very interesting point. That is, these assessments should be proctored. Guys, these assessments should be proctored. Please look at this red color. With ability to conduct examinations, either using technology-enabled online test, with all the security arrangement. Our student fraternity are the best in the copying technology. You can actually ask them to write books on the copying technology. So the moment you tell them that you can write the exams online, so all the books will be side and they will be writing examination. So whether they are seeing the screen or whether they are seeing this side or that side is all a question mark. So what is the technology-enabled online test with all security arrangements, ensuring transparency, credibility of the examination, or through proctored examination? Now, proctored means under supervision. So how do you do it? So this is a challenge. This has to be innovated. Lot of brain thought process has to be put. Sometimes time constraints we can keep, or the webcam can be on and the proctor can be visible. Maximum proctor can only see in one screen, maybe 10 or 15 students he can see, not beyond that. So maybe we should have 5-10 proctors. Each proctor can actually see some maybe 8 or 10 students. Maybe 10 proctors means 100 students can actually give examination. So it's very very interesting, guys. So all these maybe it was not in the past, but in the coming years this is going to be the phenomenon. Okay, so that is with respect to this. And please look at this part. The identified technology interface and interoperability. The online course shall be able to utilize a variety of technology tools and shall have user-friendly interface. So I'm going to make this point very clear, guys. Those of the private universities or deemed universities, those they are going to bring out their own portal akin to Swayam. Maybe they may bring a much better technology also, much better facility also, and they are going to have an edge over the other online courses. And professional online courses is another one very important, guys. And it has been already happening. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Institute of Company Secretaries of India, Indian Institute of Management, Indian Institute of Technology, and Indian Institute of Public Administration. Many of this institutions across length and breadth of the country, they are already coming out with a lot of professional courses, certificate courses, online courses, teaching students. Everything has been happening. But please look at this. In case a HEI intends to offer professional online course in subject areas other than those excluded in Regulation 2.2, the proposal online course submitted to the Commission along with the application shall include copy of approval granted by the professional or statutory body or council concerned. For example, now this Valuers Bill is going to come, and that's going to be Valuers Act. And their Valuers Institute is going to be approved. There, the course valuation curriculum course can also be given online. Then they have to get the approval from the respective statutory body. That's called the National Institute of Valuers, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. So all these collaborations can happen in the days to come because they are already one among the 100. So Saumay online approved institution. So all these developments is going to happen, and there is going to be a very, very friendly approach with respect to the online education, and it will actually create what do you call it as interest in everybody. So there is no distinction between age. So everybody will be interested and to actually learn themselves. So customized courses will be brought out. So maybe here they have only thought about certificate course of minimum 6 months, diploma course of minimum 1 year, and of course degree course is actually the same 3-year courses. So these are the three, and credits and minimum duration for the degree courses shall offer as per the CBCS. So these are the three they have said. Now 1 week course, 10-day course, 1-day course, 20-day course, less than 6 month duration, these are all unrecognized. I repeat guys, unrecognized. So anything, maybe with the popularity of the 6 months course, they can come out with the 1 month course, 1-day course, 4 hours course, so 3 hours course, 1 hour course. So all these are possible in the days to come. So learner authentication, all this I have discussed. So and even the degree or diploma which is being given will have the Aadhaar number or the passport number. So that is another, because all this was not there in the past. So their name, maybe photo was brought in recently, name, father's name, and maybe from where he belongs to. That was there. So all these jamelas of fake certificates and all these will be done. Now after bringing the photographs, that fake certificate is gone. You have got the register, what you call certificate numbers, and now the Aadhaar number also will be there. So that's all the very much development. And please look at this, guys. The program monitoring and renewal, and we have the last 10 minutes, and I'll invite questions from all of you for me to actually answer these questions. And only one more thing I will answer with you guys. If a HEI offers any course after coming into force of a withdrawal approval, okay, or certificate obtained pursuant to such course shall not be treated as a valid qualification. So people have to understand one thing, that it is not only giving approval, sometimes the approval can also be withdrawn. And if it is withdrawn, the existing students who have been undergoing, they will also be transferred to some other online courses done by any other institution. So if something is continued and any certificate is given, it will be considered as invalid. So these things also should be informed to the students. So parallelly, the student fraternity, the teaching fraternity, all of them have to actually get themselves upgraded because of the development of the technological development and the legal part of bringing an online course full time. And already, my dear friends, the funds has been allocated close to 1 lakh crore exclusively for this online degree courses, and I'm sure in the coming days this is going to be a very big place, for maybe for academic people also to explore. And maybe I have to tell you one more point here. Please look at this, guys. This is the Annexure 1 of UGC online courses or program, which says there are 4 types of faculty and staff requirement for running online program. Who are they? 1 program coordinator for every program, and for every course there should be a course coordinator, and for there should be a course mentor for every batch of 250 learners. Examiners must be there. Technical team for development of e-content, self-learning e-modules must also be there, like technical manager production, technical associate for video, audio recording and editing, technical assistants for video audio recording, and technical assistants for editing. So all these openings are also is going to come. And maybe those who are a regular program coordinator for a regular program, an online program coordinator has to actually think beyond. So with respect to this authentication, with respect to this maybe the 4-quadrant approach, with respect to actually the learning management system, with respect to this proctored security arrangement, technology enabled online test, with respect to ensuring that all the enrolled students clear and complete the online courses, unlike the SWAYAM where out of every 100, only 1.5% or 2% only completed the course. So I'm sure, guys, I have done my best today with respect to sharing my thoughts. We have the last 5 to 10 minutes question. I'll be open for any questions if you have anything to ask. Thank you very much and for the patience with respect to today's program. And I'll just share with you the particular forms. This forms actually you can, I'll just, yes, I'll post it here. And no need to worry, this also will be shared to all the registered participants in Zoho. For them also, this will be shared. You can actually go there and fill up this form, and participation certificate will be issued to all of them. Any question, guys? Any questions? Sahayarini, John. Okay. So any questions? Selvi. Sir, it will be very useful for the teaching community if you send the PPT. PPT will be uploaded in my blog. My blog is actually 3spro.blogspot.com. We will be uploading it. Okay, I'll upload it. Selvi Srinivasan is asking one question. How is it work out for maths related paper students wants to work out? Very good question, madam. Madam, you have softwares. So from Excel through maths related softwares where you can use your keyboard, and that is where you need to actually practice a lot. So where even today mathematics question papers, if you have to set in Word itself, you have the mathematics related, formula related part is there. You can click that and you can type it. But of course, it will take some time. You need to actually practice a lot. This is a place where, Madam Selvi Srinivasan, your question is absolutely correct. One part you can use tools like spreadsheets. One part where you have to use the formulas, you have to use the respective formula related place where it will be an empty sheet. And the moment you click it, either the differential calculus or the integral calculus, the part will come. You can actually type it and it will actually design it numerator and denominator. This actually will take some time to practice. So I recommend maybe you can even use a free flow. You can have one pad. Connect that to your computer, and in the pad you can write it. That will actually be displayed there. That is one mode. Second, whatever you write in pad in mathematics, that will be converted to a very beautiful structured English, and that will be presented there. So either it will be as such what you write will be there. That means your blackboard will be converted to a tab, and you can use a pen and then you can write there. So your handwriting may change, but you have to actually practice. So Selvi Srinivasan, your question is absolutely correct. Geeta Ramachandar is having one question. Sir, conducting online exam for students will be valid one. How to evaluate its validity? Even network connectivity issues will be a problem faced by students while writing the exams. Very important, guys. Very important, madam. So maybe that is a place where you need to actually ensure that he must have a minimum bandwidth. So that is what we call it a speed test. There is a speed test. You can even go to that particular site. The name of the site is called speedtest.com or speedtest.in. So the people who have to actually, you must minimize, specify this. So that speed test site, they must actually go and take a snapshot of that speed test. What is the connectivity of their, and then send to you. So if that speed is below what is the minimum speed, you should not allow them to actually write for examination, because ultimately you will be in a position not to actually, in a comfortable position to do the assessment. So Geeta Ramachandar, madam, your question is valid. You have an answer called speed test, and minimum speed only if he satisfies. People will have this geo connection, that connection, mobile connection, hotspot, this, and one home connection which will be shared by 10 people. And if they share 10 people, speed connectivity will come down. So you must ensure that only one connection, exclusive connection for education. Good. Are these courses job oriented? Why not? I will put the question reverse. Is the courses offered by regular colleges are job oriented? Then this is also job oriented. That is why UGC is recognizing it. UGC recognized courses. Is the course offered by A college, B college, is it not recognized by UGC? That's why it is job oriented. So therefore, your course content, the 4 quadrant, Shagufta Pathanji, your course content should be not the state class, not the country class. It should be world class. It should be world class. Okay. Then it will be job oriented. It will be reversed. People who do regular courses will suffer in getting a job. People who do online courses will get the job. Then Logeshwar says how, what is how? Sindhu Kannan. Sir, exams at online platform is possible. Is how does it work without any fraud? First of all, please understand that proctoring examination is there. What is proctored exam? Please go and read the definition of proctored examination in UGC online courses or program regulations 2018. Proctored examination is a separate mechanism. So let us understand what you mean by proctored examination. And it is happening in India. In India, it is happening. For example, independent director examination. Please go to independent directors databank.in. Please go to that particular site. How independent directors examinations are conducted online proctored examination. It's already been happening. Please go and see. So Sukanya Ganga. No, I missed it. Is it possible for all rural area to conduct online course? Yes. What do you mean by rural area to conduct online courses? I don't understand this question. Manon Mani Pradeep. Reach in rural is possible? Yes. Left and right. The students from rural area, they can get connected. Today, the optical fiber cable is connected from Kanyakumari to Jammu and Kashmir. So the optical fiber connectivity is there. So 4G connection, 5G connection is there. So Deepa Sridhar, sir, suggest some courses for teachers to update and to face this situation. Swayam. Please go to Swayam, 1600 courses. Have you enrolled for any one course? Why you are not going and seeing there? Deepa Sridhar. Please go to Swayam. In each and every domain, if you are biotechnology, you are biology, you are zoology, you are banking, you are management, you are commerce, you are in information technology, you want to know about bookkeeping, you want to know about blockchain, you have a separate course. In HCL is offering diploma in blockchain for 6 months, free of cost. I repeat, free of cost, not even single rupee you have to pay. How many of you know? How many of you are telling this to your students? Why this 4 years Swayam is only been popular among housewives alone? Teachers, we need to actually enroll for Swayam first. We need to actually experience. Please do that. As a student, please enroll. Many are free courses. Saumya, how can we get a credential of college if it is an online course? Very good point. You need not worry about the credential. UGC, when they are giving recognition, what does Regulation 4 speaks about? Regulations 4 speaks about the credential. It must be there for 5-year existence, 3.26 out of 4 NAC accreditation, and 1 among the 100 NIRF rating should be there. Is it possible to get that the NAC rating? Is it possible to be 1 among 100 among NIRF? Please see what are the criteria. This is not the answer. This question, who has to worry about it? UGC will worry about it. When UGC approves, this is they are superstar. That's all. There is only one answer. UGC approved. Selvi, can you share Swayam online courses which is available for students? Very pathetic. Very, very pathetic. Please go to swayam.com and find out 1600 courses. 1 hour, I cannot tell everything. Sir, how our MBA students can be benefited? See Sukanya, associate professor from MBA. In the college, ma solla matengringa. MBA students, they have to go to Swayam. 2016 onwards, they have been, and you know, this UGC online courses or program regulation 2018, 4th July. You know what time they published this? It was signed night 22:31, night 10:31. This regulation was uploaded. To that extent, this regulation is very, very important. And all these MBA students, for example, artificial intelligence, there are certificate course on artificial intelligence. Please ask your MBA students to go and study Swayam. Okay. Good. Soumya, is there any chance? Is there any chance to online course for PG? You should be first approved by UGC. Shagufta Patan, sir, does corporate world accept these graduates? Why you are worried about corporate? You should only be worried about getting certificate from UGC. And online course is going to be more popular than regular course. Enna solluvaanga regular venda online venu vaanga. Because online course is going to test you left and right. And here you cannot go and sir, madam, konjam paathu pannunge. Can you do this internal? Nothing. This is computer. Technology is going to take over you. So all the teachers will only be facilitators. They are not teachers. They are only going to be facilitators. Okay, please understand. And corporates' mentality will immediately change in 1 year time. They will say, "Poi online course padishtu va. இதெல்லாம் நான் ரெகுலர் கோர்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஒத்துக்க மாட்டேன், எதுக்குமே பிரயோஜனம் இல்லை, போங்க அப்படின்னு. Dinakar, how far is online teaching effective? Very good point. I am able to communicate to you through online now. Now whatever I am speaking, you are able to hear, you are able to understand. And I am sitting in T Nagar in Chennai, you are sitting in which place I don't know. We are able to get connected on that too on a Sunday afternoon. We are able to get connected and get ourselves enabled. This itself is a example that the online will be the most effective teaching. You have to upgrade, and if you don't upgrade, we will be uprooted. Dr. Vigil and how to conduct practical session. There is no other choice. Dr. G, for practical sessions, they have to come. Sir, எப்படி வந்து முயலை கட் பண்றது, தவளை எப்படி கட் பண்றதெல்லாம் we need to actually only have a lab. Certain lab, maybe some case studies and all we can give in a video format, but lab environment has to be only through physical mode. That so far there is no technology. There is no technology for it. You have, I agree. I have to raise both my hands, Dr. Vigil Anbayaji. எல்லாரும் என்ன சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க? Helen Rajeshwari, thank you தான் சொல்றீங்களா? Dinath, how the course content is updated or latest trend and recognized by industry. Acharya ji, you need to actually go through this. How many universities I said? I said there are 945 universities in India. Have you at least compared which is the top 10 universities? Top 10 universities courses have we at least compared? Then only we will know what is the latest trend. Okay. So Vidya Rani, sir, in regular course students will have the chance to do industrial visit. How it will be? They take online course. Online course only they said. They never say you should not do industrial visit. Give them the invite. Ask them to come industrial visit. Ask them to write a project report for 5 pages. Ask them to upload it along with the photographs. Then everything is recorded. Everything is recorded. So industrial visit, they will come. So very interesting. So wherever they are, they have to come with the train, flight, or by cycle or two-wheeler. They have to come for the industrial visit. Region-wise, you conduct industrial visit. So all the possibility, you have to actually think. It is possible. Sukanya Ganga, I think everything is over. Thank you very much, guys. It's a 1 hour and 7 minutes of presentation, and please subscribe this channel, and there is no fee for subscription. It's only your acknowledgement for this particular program. Thank you very much and have a great day.